I had seen the original film of the Manchurian Candidate in 1992, and thought this would make a great opera. Unfortunately, at that time, I didn't write opera. I wrote musical theater. So finally, in 2002, when I wrote my first opera, it came back to me, and I emailed my agent in about 2010 and said, "Can you just check on the rights to the novel, Richard Condon's novel for the Manchurian Candidate," thinking that they would laugh, just laugh at us. And she came back and said, "No, they're open to it. They seem to think it's a great idea." And around that time, Silent Night, we were about ready to open Silent Night, and after the second dress rehearsal, Dale and Floyd had us in their office, and they said, "We're ready to commission another work from you. We really like you guys. What are your ideas?" And then there were a bunch of ideas, and then I mentioned Manchurian Candidate, and Kevin's reaction alone made me want to just jump into it, because he said, "Wow, we could really write an opera that is just jolts an audience."
And they don't get to take a breath. I think
yeah, they don't take. Yeah, you can leave an audience breathless. I think.
Right.
And I was like, this is why I love working with this guy, because he's thinking of the emotion that it's engendering. And Dale thought it was a great idea, and so my agent worked really quick to fast track the rights, and that's how it happened.
And it was, for me, I guess it just felt right on the heels of Silent Night. A political thriller, and something that's fast-paced and different, and has a sort of American edge to the music, to the certainly the story. But it's not set in the trenches of France in World War I. It's a different kind of situation. But mainly the pace of it, I thought. I could hear it. I could hear the sound of it, a sort of edgy sound with these moments of heart and tenderness in the midst of that. So. Yeah, I jumped at the idea. Minnesota Opera has this incredible history of developing new opera, and so to be part of that and to be brought into this genre, it's something that I had always thought about doing, writing opera, but Dale Johnson had the idea that I could do it. He heard my music and he thought, this guy can write Silent Night. So I feel very indebted to Dale and to the Minnesota Opera, and just very, very excited to be back.
I love the way Minnesota achieves this great balance of like staying away, but occasionally you might want to look at this scene, you might want to make a little adjustment here or something. And I don't know how they do it, and that's a big credit to Dale, I think.
Absolutely.
And also to Michael Christie, to Maestro.
I think the best thing I can do is just to react to the libretto and to sort of take it for what it is, let Mark determine the architecture and the structure, and then figure out how musically I can bring that to life.
Our collaboration has grown. We were kind of figuring each other out in Silent Night sometimes. It happened very quickly that I trusted Kevin right away. But in this one, it's like he can tell me anything about the libretto that he doesn't like or doesn't work for him, and I'm happy to rewrite it because he has an incredible innate sense of theater and drama, and he's not just a composer who's writing music, he's telling a story. So I completely trust him now.